Hey guys, you know I always try to be great intro. Good intro, Ash. Keep it, Alex. Try to be open, honest. No big high energy intro. I'm tired today. It's just been a hard couple weeks as a country. I'm feeling it on my end with my own personal connection to all these things. And yeah, if you're out there and you're struggling right now, I hope you get a nice little break from whatever it is that's bothering you, because it could be so many things. And I hope this makes you laugh today, because this is a great episode. We got Emma Willmann, one of my best friends in comedy, on the podcast. Amazing comedian, hilarious. We get into role play and different kinks. Like, Emma is one of those people who's so sexually open about what she does, and she's tried so many things. She talks about porn and how that has impacted her sex life. And influenced her, and it's just it's an overall, just a good hang. It's one of those good hang episodes. We had a lot of you sign up for the Patreon last month. We really need it, because it's hard right now, and people are trying to buy gas and put food on the table. So to those of you who have to cancel, I totally get it. And if you can give $1 a month, that would be so great. I would really, really appreciate it. Or donate money to something important. It's f***ed out there. And I hope I get to meet you in person. I'm going on tour. AshleyGavin.com. Sign up for my text list. A ton of Midwest dates. Des Moines, Omaha, St. Louis, Kansas City. Then we got Virginia Beach, Richmond, upstate New York, Connecticut, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Philly. All these places. Go check it out. Listener, let me do a little quick shout out for my tops and my bottoms and my switches and my queers using Foria. Foria, it offers amazing plant-based products to improve your sex life, even when you didn't think you needed to improve your sex life. I tried Foria. I tried the Awaken Arousal Oil and the Sex Oil, and it made my orgasms feel more full and more powerful. They were like full body. It's really great stuff. I highly recommend it. It's all plant-based, natural products that are designed for you to fully experience your sexual pleasure. So yes, you have my permission to try this. I fully endorse you to go ahead and treat yourself to deeper, fuller pleasure wherever you can find it as often as possible. And you can start with a bottle of Foria. Foria is offering a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first order by visiting ForiaWellness.com/Ashley, or use code Ashley at checkout. That's FORIA wellness.com/Ashley for 20% off your first order. I recommend trying their Awaken Arousal Oil and Sex Oil. And you know what? You're going to thank me later, listener. Listener, we have all been in a pinch for cash at some point in your life. That's happened to you. For me, it was a lot in college, out in my first job. And now when I'm running a small business, I need cash all the time for, investing in my future. I know you guys might feel that way too. So you got to go check out Dave. Dave is the banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. That's more money to fill your tank, buy a wedding gift, or catch up on bills. There's no interest and no credit check needed. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and you need some extra help, download Dave and think of it as a helping hand from future you. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking provided by Evolve, member FDIC. Future you will thank you. Compensated spokesperson advances up to $500 are available to new members with extra cash accounts, subject to availability and approval. Terms and express fees apply. See http://dave.com/legal for details. Designed by Dave, not a bank. Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC, holds all deposits and issues the Dave debit card pursuant to a license from MasterCard.
I had a line for how I would try to bring up open-minded sexual stuff. Back in the day when I was in school in New York for a first date, this is a little corny. I'd be like, I just got tickets to the sex museum. I've never been there before. Are you interested in it? Even though I'd been there a bunch of times. And they'd be like, yeah. And then I would see how they felt. I'd be like, oh, look at this different exhibits. And they're like,
you planned a date around their, oh my God, that.
Because then if they're like
information mining.
Yeah, seriously. The anal section, I'd be like, yeah, crazy. Bye, bitch.
Look at us, Limestone Comedy Festival fam.
Yeah.
Crew
That was
neck,
so fun.
Crew neck fam.
Yeah.
I know.
That's a limestone too?
No, I got this for Christmas from Chelsea.
Oh,
It's
nice.
off Etsy.
Yeah,
Nice.
I love it. It's so good.
It's fun.
Very
My
cute.
springtime sweatshirt.
Now, Emma, did the old man? So Limestone is a comedy festival in Bloomington, Indiana.
And we were all there. I don't know when this comes out, but we were there. I don't even know the date, so never mind. Sorry.
Whatever
Last
last week was.
Yeah.
And,
Recent. Whenever you see this, it'll have been recent.
And it was so fun, but I have to ask
was.
you,
Anything.
did the old man approach you?
Imagine that sounds like the beginning of such a scary story. No,
Because
actually,
the old man approached me.
he did approach me. So it was after, I forget what show it was. There was this guy. I don't know. He didn't like come up to me. He was sitting on a bench. I sat down. There was like a pause, and then he was like, "I have something for you." So it felt tailored, and I was kind of trying to calibrate like, all right, what's the vibe check here? Like what's going on? And there are other people around. So I was like, all right, for me specifically, and he was like, for you, yeah. And then I was like, great. And then he goes, I have a knife. And then little like, and then he gave me this gorgeous switchblade that was absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Stunning.
Just absolutely fabulous
good looking.
switchblade.
Great switchblade. I'm
Yeah.
a little like,
He handed me this satchel.
really?
Yes. I think I got the crown jewel
I
of the
love
old man's.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
do you want
beautiful.
this? Emma, you can have it.
You're
It's
not gonna
bison.
have it?
He made it himself.
It's bison?
Yes.
Why don't you want it?
I don't want it because what
meat?
What am I gonna do with? No, this doesn't match my personal style. Actually, now that I'm
neither.
looking at it, so he comes up to me. He hands me this satchel.
Wow.
It's sticky. I go, it's sticky. He goes, well, I just cleaned it. I made
Well,
this.
you didn't
It's
do a good
bison."
job.
And then inside.
What?
So, Alex, we might not be able to put this on YouTube, just FYI.
Dude.
Emma is
Whoa.
just cut to Kate for reactions. React to the brass
I've
knuckles.
always wanted one of these.
We have to, yeah.
I've always wanted one of these.
I don't think that's how it works. Is that how
Yeah,
it
I
works?
think it is.
Because someone comes up and like you're walking down the street and then you hear something and then they go, ah!
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I've been waiting for this my whole. This is so much better this would be better for me to have than like a knife because I feel like there's less likelihood I'd hurt
They
myself.
can use you. Yes, and then he also gave me.
Well, these are real.
Illegal.
These are hard.
There's nothing legal about any of this.
I feel so powerful.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate
I don't
it.
like it. It's too much. I don't like it either. It's too much. It's too much.
I hate it.
It's too much. It's too much.
I
More
hate it.
reaction shots.
So I wonder if this is actually a purse, but he was trying to make it like gay friendly and told you it was a satchel. 'Cause that's so much more queer. A satchel. It's really nice.
Yeah, and
Gorgeous.
you
This
know
is
what? I already
incredible.
told Kate this, and some of the patrons will know. But you know what he said to me?
What?
When he handed it to me?
And did he approach you? Like he walked up
Yep.
to you? Wow.
Yeah, with his cane.
Yeah,
This guy's like out of a movie.
for sure. Actually, and his cane is a sword. Did he show you that?
Yes, he pulled it out. He pulled it out while we were talking to him. He pulled his sword
And he
out of the cane.
Told us a weird story about how like kids love it, but their parents don't like it.
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah, I'm the
and
parent.
he said,
Yeah.
if I'm making kids happy and adults upset, I know I'm living right. And I was like, actually, maybe, but but scary.
So he approached you?
Yeah, and then he said, I loved your comedy. You're great at crowd work. You're not bitchy.
Gee, thanks. Did you take that as a 100% compliment, or did you think that he was implying that you looked bitchy?
I think he was implying that he assumed I was going to be bitchy and was not.
What an odd assumption.
I don't think it's odd at all. I'm a woman with a loud voice and brown hair.
But you don't look. I think bitchy. I would think someone who would be bitchy would maybe be like super high maintenance looking. Maybe I'm like gendering this in a weird way, but I would think he could say, I don't think you look an asshole, but maybe he could say like, and you're not an asshole. But bitchy? Do people think you're bitchy?
They would never say. No one would say that to a man. Alex would never get
Never.
off stage and be like, "You weren't bitchy at all."
No, never. Absolutely not. Or they wouldn't say, you don't look like an asshole. You weren't an asshole. You didn't look like you had IBS.
But
or like something.
someone would say.
It's just some
They'd say
random.
that
I think a lesbian in the crowd would go up to a straight white guy and be like, and you weren't a dick.
Yeah, 100%. And I'd be mad at that lesbian for doing that.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad at that lesbian.
But the power dynamic's a little different.
It is a little different.
Yes,
Just a little. So he says you're not bitchy,
Yeah.
like he thought.
And I decided not to fight with him, and I'm so glad because he then revealed that he had a switchblade
Absolutely.
and a sword, apparently.
I wonder what he would have given you if you were bitchy. Like if he would have given you something else.
He would have given me a flesh wound.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you're a little
How
bitchy,
many
poke.
more weapons do we think he had hidden on his person?
Thousands.
So many.
Thousands.
He's definitely got like a ninja star in his
100%.
shoe.
He's probably not even an old man. He's probably just like some young guy in a disguise.
Yeah.
I'm like, this old guy.
He showed us the rim on his hat, and it was made out of a snake that he presumably killed himself. And
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is Bison, and now it
Skinned.
belongs to Emma Willmann.
Are you
I'm,
sure?
I'm actually thinking about auctioning it off.
I think you should.
So, listener, if you want my weapons and this Bison satchel,
You don't want this?
no, I think I'm going to auction them off.
I think this is
Alex really
How are
wants
you
the
gonna
brass
send?
knuckles.
How are you gonna send the weapons?
I don't know.
I don't
this
think
is
you can.
A priceless memento you should keep. This is incredible. Have you walked around your apartment with this? Because this is what I think of. One time, one of the first gay bars I went to. I'm sponsored by the guy.
But yeah, you're.
Priceless memento. When I
This podcast is brought to you by Old Man.
yeah, weapons. Imagine he's actually just decked out in weapons. One of the first gay bars I went to in New York, Henrietta Hudson's. When I was walking in, this is before I even went inside it. There was these two people leaving, and one of them took a cell. They were in a fight. One of them took a cell phone and clocked the other one. She was like, "She's mine," and then clocked her and hit her upside the head with the cell phone. That's all to say. That's wrong. But this, think of the upside the head. Like, this is upside the head potential because it's like,
Wait, I
waited.
love that your first introduction to a lesbian bar was
I know.
two
Violence.
two presumable butches fighting over
Was it two
someone.
butches?
it was.
What were they fighting about?
It was so overstimulating, the whole thing. Like, I remember being really excited because it was like New York. I had gone to, what's the one in Park Slope? Ginger's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to
Is that
that.
still around?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's like 7 nights a week. I think.
Well, yeah, that's straight up dikes.
Dykes, yes. And then Henrietta Hudson's, it maybe was like, it was like a Saturday. It was late. My friend was in town, and we were like, we're going to go. And we were walking towards it, and it was like a tussle. Like, they were like going in circles. And then it was like something, something, something. And I think I heard one of them go, "She's mine." And then boom. But in Ginger's, I swear on my mom,
Straight listeners, if you feel like you want to dip your toe into the lesbian world, straight women, we have violence just like your community has.
Except when when all the people circled around, they were chanting peace, peace,
Right.
peace,
Right.
peace.
people were oddly not really reacting to it. Like, it seemed like
It's so weird.
normalized.
It seems so much. Wait, so what happened at Ginger's?
At Ginger's, when I was there, the first time I was there, I was with my friend, and she was like waiting for this girl she was seeing, and she was like, "Oh, she's here." And then maybe a beat later, I heard the girl go, "I can't take it. That softball team sucks." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh no, she had a bad game." And then the girl like stomped into the bathroom, and I remember my ex-girlfriend made out with that girl
That night?
Wow.
that night, and I was like, "Everyone saw you with me, and then you're with the girl that was screaming about softball." It was like a whole thing.
Oh my god.
Were you dating her at the time?
It was my ex-girlfriend Brooke, and I was like, "I can't believe you made out with Tiffany or something." But she like entered the bar, and it's a small bar, and she like, it was like all this energy around her entrance, and she was like, "That softball team sucks," and then she went right to the bathroom, and I was like, "God damn."
So funny.
She was a little like, she was just like little like, had a very just a ball of gay just energy like cycloning
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Very formative memories in New York of like the original time. You know, like when you first go to your gay bars, like
Yeah,
they're very,
yeah.
it's so like impressionable.
Speaking of lesbian bars, I feel like Brass Knuckles would be a great name
Great,
for one.
great
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yes.
Some rich lesbian, if you exist, fund this project. Also, the other thing I want to just say about Emma, we have Emma Willmann here today,
Yes,
by the way.
yes.
Netflix,
Glad to be
Colbert,
here.
×2, Comedy Central.
Yeah.
She's done everything. She's one of the funniest people in the world.
Thanks, Ashley. I appreciate that. Woo! That's
I love
fun.
your comedy.
Thank you. Likewise, both of you.
Emma keeps telling me I need to get more protein.
Absolutely.
And I think she might be right. And she comes in, pulls out a backpack. This is the size of her backpack. She pulls this out and says,
Yeah.
"You have to eat this protein powder." This is as big as your torso, by the way.
You want to buy it in both. This is like premium deluxe protein powder. And I've eaten so much protein
We're now
powder.
the Joe Rogan podcast
Yeah.
officially. This is Lesbian Joe Rogan. Protein powder for dykes. Dyke powder.
Dyke powder.
This is like a premium protein powder, and it's very, because I was eating ones that were not premium. I'm not sponsored by them in any way.
Premium.
The flavor on this one's a little, that's why I brought you this one. No, I'm just kidding. But this is good, and it's vegan. So the reason this one is so good too is because it doesn't have any fake chemicals, because I was having stomach issues with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like bad.
Yeah.
Wait, so how do you eat it? You just dissolve it in water?
No, I put it into my oatmeal. I put it into almond milk. Sometimes I'll just like snort it. I do all types of. No,
Sometimes I go to the bathroom. I wait in line.
I actually, from my other protein powder, I haven't done this since I was like for quite a while. I pooped my pants.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah,
I've never pooped my pants.
it was absolutely awful. It was
Right, because you can't poop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't poop my pants. I was I was checkout and it came on really quick and I'd eaten a lot of protein powder that day. And then I remember being like, oh my God, I got to find a bathroom. And they were like, we don't have a bathroom. And I was like, I need to try something else on. Can I go to the dressing room? And then I pooped in the bag of the clothes I just bought. It was more, luckily the door was all the way to the bottom. This wasn't even that long ago. This is like 5 months ago.
This is amazing.
It was
I'm
a lot.
so impressed by you, Emma.
It was a lot because it was just like I
Wow.
was like, God damn it, and then it was like
The ability to think on your feet in that moment.
Yeah.
That's Darwin.
Oh,
Emma is a survivor.
let me tell you.
Survival of the fittest.
I thought on my feet in that moment. I go to the bathroom. I put it in the bag. I put the receipt on top of it. I change into the other pants, and then I throw that away. Walk out.
You threw the poop away?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
So my girlfriend said that actually maybe was a big mistake.
I think throwing the
What?
poop away
'Cause she
is
said
a bold move to throw poop
Because she
into
said
a garbage can.
it was also a story. I didn't think about this. I forget what it's called. It starts with an M, but she was like, that's like well known that it's like Asian owned and operated. And I was like, well, what does that have to? She was like, so it might seem like you're doing
No.
and then I like didn't.
that if you're gonna hate crime at place.
That's what I was. But so I didn't
Muji?
sleep
Is
for
it
like a
Muji?
month. Yeah, that.
I love Muji.
Me too.
Great gender fluid, like very and
I mean, I'm never going in there again.
No. Muji understands because
Muji does
if you're gonna poop in a bag,
Yeah.
you leave the bag on the doorstep. You don't kindly throw it away into a receptacle.
But it was downstairs. It was like it was like one of their like basement stores. So it wasn't like it was like on. I think it was on the Upper East Side. So I should have taken it out and then I just want to get rid of it.
Yes, of course.
I don't think listener write in.
I don't.
Is throwing your poop away in the receptacle?
Yeah.
Could Emma be charged with a federal crime?
No.
I
No.
agree. No.
No.
I think your girlfriend's like.
She was like, you should have thrown it out outside the store because and then she was like, what store? She's like, oh, and then I was like, and as I said it, I'm like, oh no, like this is like bad timing.
What store? You should have gone to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
and thrown
tossed
it away.
Right, yeah,
You
right.
threw it at the cashier.
Put this in your chicken. You and your homophobic chickens.
I just pooped in a Muji. Take this. Take this, Chick-fil-A.
They've gone wild. Like, and then I like purposefully pooped. Yeah, but it was not purposeful.
No.
And that stays with you for like the whole afternoon. I just couldn't believe that happened. I was like,
Of course.
I gotta get my life together.
Not only am I shitting in a store, I'm also hate criming it. I don't know
like
what's
it-
happened to me.
Stressed out all over the place.
I have to really reflect on my privilege before I throw poop away in the garbage again.
And do better planning because it was like I was drinking coffee, I was checking out, I should have gone to the bathroom before and I didn't, and then it came on quick. There's no way I would have contained myself. I tried. I've been doing like more meditation stuff, so I tried doing a meditation where I was like, I'm not gonna poop my pants. Like this isn't real.
No, that's not what meditation is for.
No. Oh, I thought
No, but I think the panic. I think it is the panic of being like, oh my God, I have to poop. I think makes it worse.
Yeah, calm.
Okay.
Mind
I
over
could see that.
matter.
I could see
Yeah.
that. I could see that.
Can't meditation be for anything?
I think that's what like an Instagram influencer wants you to think.
That it's for anything or that it's
You
for
can't-
pooping?
Like I understand like keeping yourself calm, but at the end of the day, meditation is not going to keep poop in your asshole.
No, but I think it can have if you have the mental effect of being calm, then you don't have the
You're not
physical
making it worse.
manifestation of
Yeah.
pushing it out.
Yeah.
And I was trying to hold it in, obviously. I
Right.
wasn't I was like,
Yeah.
but it didn't work.
Well, we basically already introduced ourselves. You
Yes.
certainly have. We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with Emma. Oh, wait, didn't I say that?
Yeah,
Emma
You said me.
Willmann.
Yes, thank you so much.
Let's do our intros.
indeed.
I'm Ashley Gavin, cis gay white woman, she, her pronouns. Tor, please. And as always, the cancel coach to keep me from getting canceled. Is this a XX gamer or an XY gamer, because it's truly only a half pipe that they're working with. Kate Sisk.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Kate Sisk, the cancel coach, fat in the chat. I'm a white, bisexual, lesbian dyke. Any pronouns, gender non-conforming. My gender of the week, as submitted by the listeners. Okay, you've submitted before saying Miss Frizzle. We all agree. This one was all the characters from the Magic School Bus all at the same time, which I think is a much more apt description.
Really good, yeah.
I love that one. Yeah, thank you for submitting. Keep your eye out for a Summer Lucas Spectacular. The Kate Sisk on all of the socials, and also katesisk.com for my mailing list and text list.
Yeah, go do that, guys, because it really does help. Right now, TikTok is actively trying to kick me off the app.
Yeah. And even though I don't have any like really active tour dates right now, it'll help me decide what cities to go to.
100%.
Based on what you
sign up for. And you never know when you will be going. People are always like, you're
at
never...
a moment's notice!
Yes, exactly. You might have forgotten about us in 5 years when we come to Saskatchewan.
Oh.
But go sign up. We're not going to bother you.
Also, we'll literally go wherever there are people that want to see.
I know.
You know what I mean?
People are always like, would you ever come to London? What is your fucking problem?
No, I want to stay here.
You don't think I want money?
Right. I will literally go anywhere and do anything.
I have a chronic fear of Big Ben. I will not step foot in that city.
London, not happening. Fuck out of here.
I know you think, there's no way, but it doesn't cost you anything, and we're not going to bother you. So what's the harm of just giving us your email? What, we never email you? Oh, boo-hoo.
Totally. 100%.
Anyway, do you mind introducing yourself?
My name's Emma Willmann. So this was something I had wrote to Ashley about too. I don't know how everybody knows what their gender is. Like, it gives me
Well,
it
you do
stresses
have
me
this
out.
in
It gives
common.
me like an existential gives me like an existential crisis now, because it feels like, and I feel like when people are asking me, they're like, what are your pronouns? I'm like, I usually I'm like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, how does everyone know? How does, like, it's like an existential crisis.
Do the people you're saying this to, they're like, I don't know. They're like, well, I really don't want to get canceled. So if you could just decide, please, because this really isn't my problem.
That's what I said. I would struggle with that question for so long
whatever.
that I eventually just started saying whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, say whatever you want.
Okay,
but then also, like, I feel like if they say he, him, like, bring me on stage, like, that'd feel really weird too. So I usually just like say she, her, like, it keeps it moving the most. But like, I don't have it. I don't know. Like, I know when I'm having sex, like, it's like grandfathered in that I'm always get male pronouns, like, exclusively, like any type of feminizing, like, no, like, always.
Yeah.
Who's referring to you as he in bed?
My girlfriend.
Anyone.
But is she like, look at him.
Look at him go.
You see what I'm saying?
No, well,
like she's watching from like an audience, like as you have sex.
No, it'll
look at this guy.
But, you know,
he's doing a great job.
Undergendered language, I feel like.
Daddy.
Yes, my girlfriend and I do that a lot. But even in any type of, it's always like he or she always uses male pronouns. She hasn't said look at him, but I'll have to be
look at him go.
Look at him try.
He's doing great up there.
Look at him. Oh, he can't make it up. There we go. Yeah, she'll always use male pronouns. Sometimes when I've thought of that. Oh, he came, because sometimes I'll like if I do come really fast, like from wearing a strap on, I'll be like, oh no, like I'm sorry, I can't. But it doesn't matter. The strap on's so hard. We've had that multiple times. I'm like, I didn't mean to come so fast. Or I'm trying not to come. And she's like, it's okay. But it's so ridiculous. But I'll still like.
That's so funny.
Isn't that weird?
No, I don't want to presume, but I do this to Kate all the time. I think you might be a man, but if you
am.
If you so quickly are embarrassed about a premature ejaculation without it even being possible, you might be a guy.
And every relationship I've been in, every single one, the girl's like, you're a man. Like 100%. I mean, and that's been said in different ways. Like, it's been said like, you're worse than any guy. Or, you're just like a fucking guy. I get it. I've had a lot of toxic relationships. Or like
I've gotten that sepaately. I one of my worst relationships. There was a fight like that where I got something like that and it hurt.
Did it? See, that didn't hurt me. Didn't hurt me. Didn't bother me at all. I mean,
you're like, I feel euphoric right now.
Yeah, I was like, great. Like, it was. I remember it was actually my ex Nicole was one of the first that said it, and she.
Should we be bleeping these names?
We're good friends now.
Brooke and Nicole.
Nicole and I are good friends.
Okay.
Oh, they wouldn't give a shit. Neither will give a shit. But I remember Nicole, like, this is right after college, I had all these, like, strap-ons that are, and I don't call them strap-ons, I always say, like, that's my cock, that's my dick, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I remember when we broke up, we were supposed to go see her parents, and she was so mad at me because I went over to her house. She made this beautiful vegan chocolate cake. We ate it. I had too much anxiety about the breakup. And then we were like lying in bed and I was like, this isn't working. And she was like, you fucking prick. Like, why did you eat the fucking cake? Like, you couldn't break up with me before we had like cake for 3 hours with my roommates. And I was like, I didn't know when to. And then she was like, you drive me nuts. And then she took a sex toy and threw it at my head.
Wow.
Scary.
Not really hard. It was rubber, but she's like, you're worse than any guy. And she chucked it and I went. And then I got out of there.
You should, the next time you ask your girlfriend whose pussy is this, she should say it's his.
Sure.
I thought that would get a huge laugh.
My dyslexia made it confused, but I know what you mean.
I was like, this is gonna fucking, this is gonna be fire. It's his pussy.
But I don't refer to it as my pussy.
No, her pussy. Whose pussy is this? It's his. Oh, there's a lot grammatically going on in that sentence.
Yeah. That's
You've never heard girls, you're saying, whose pussy is this? She said, referring to her pussy. You know when guys are like, whose pussy is this?
Yeah, sometimes I'll say, I own you. But be like, whose pussy is this? Oh, and then she's supposed to say, it's your pussy.
Right, but that might actually have the reverse effect.
Oh, yes. Oh, now I got it. Yeah. I just got it.
Here's how you know the guy you're dating is having a gender crisis. If the whose pussy is this
gotta go.
gives them anxiety. I'm not really sure, actually, whose pussy it is.
I mean, it's mine, but I don't have a pussy.
Your pussy is my pussy, but I don't have a pussy, and
your
I never
pussy,
would.
my dick. And she's like, yeah, Emma, we've gone over that. Yeah. But so how does that? I don't know. Like, but I just don't even feel like I would feel like it just seems like.
I'm sorry to have brought this up.
Oh, Ashley. I take the protein powder back. Not at all. I brought it up. It's all, but totally. Like, it's. I don't know how people. You never wonder that. You're just like 100%. You're like, I'm a woman. I feel comfortable being a woman.
There are times, like, I think having sex where it's like a little gender bendy, but like never to the point where I get confused about it. And like I've Googled it because I was like, I wonder what these thoughts. That's never a good sign usually. But
I fucking Google everything.
Here's the thing: is I know that I'm a woman because I Googled it.
Yeah, right. I did my research.
No, but like I was curious to know if other people had like, because it was never the type of thing where I was like, I've done the thought experiments. I would have like a gender freak out if I weren't a woman, which is like why I know like the idea of like when I get they them pronouns, like I don't particularly like it. Like it makes me feel misgendered.
Yeah.
And like when I think about not having my body, it makes me feel like not good. And so I was like, so what is this feeling sexually when it's like, you know, when I have these sort of like small moments of wanting to feel different? I Googled it and it seems like pretty common that people have like gender bendy thoughts in bed, but not outside of bed and only sometimes. Yeah. And I think that's about as far as it goes for me.
That's so interesting because I don't relate to that at all. Like anything that's like feminine, like if I absolutely hate it. Like do not like it. And if someone says they, them, I'd feel relaxed and calm. But the problem would be then I jump right to, and maybe this is an issue from when I was a kid. Like when my parents divorced, I was always like trying to make my dad happy and make my mom happy and make everybody happy. Yeah. So the first thing I jumped to is like, oh, I don't want to inconvenience people. Like you already absorb enough people absorb enough, and I'm definitely like very privileged in lots of ways, but you absorb enough homophobia anyway. Yeah. So then I'm like, I don't want to throw another thing in the mix. But then even sometimes I feel like my comedy is confusing because it feels like it's coming from a quote unquote male perspective. But what does that even mean? Yeah. Like, how does everybody feel so comfortable with?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't.
Good. Let's suffer together.
I relate to it hard because I would rather get any pronoun, but when someone thinks they've made a mistake and corrects themselves, that is like worse than getting like she. Like if someone's
she, sorry, he, sorry, they, sorry.
It makes me panic.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm like, please. Like okay. I would rather just say any pronoun than be in the position to be correcting someone.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
ugh. Would you rather that though, or what if someone like really confidently and like had a shitty air about them just like gave you she?
The other day, we talked about this the other day. The other day I got referred to as, me and my partner got referred to as ladies in like a not a fun way, in like a condescending way, and I like had a fucking conniption.
Was it because they were being rude or because you just
They were being rude.
Yeah.
Also, when ladies is used as a pejorative.
Yeah.
I think also.
Versus like if I see like a bunch of gay guys and they're like, hey lady, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, not exactly, but cool.
Totally.
Happy to be in the club.
Totally.
Let's get into the gay sex.
Yeah.
Mine is so short from this week, but I have been touring so much and so not having any sex at all. Pretty sad.
Do you watch porn?
Not really. So I don't have a lot of porn stuff. So I was reflecting on my past. Finger blast from the past. I was thinking, what's the first time that I got the balls to ask a girl out?
Shoof.
So I was going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
So, you know when you're going through a breakup and I don't know if this will resonate with you because like you've been with Chelsea a while, so it might have been a while since the last time this happened, but you know when you're like hooking up with someone or dating someone, you go through a breakup, they really piss you off. Like at first you're sad and you're sad about something, but then they make you angry and you're like, well, I'm going to sign up for 5 dating apps.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You just go into
100%.
hyperdrive. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'll show them. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I'll show them.
Yep.
So I was in college. I dated this girl from freshman year till senior year. And she broke up with me in like first semester of senior year, like towards the end, maybe November. And I took a while to like recuperate.
That's heartbreaking. That's prime time love, heart open years. Because my college relationship was the most open. I just remember that breakup. I was crying in the shower.
Yeah. Your brain's different when you're
Your
young.
brain's different.
That's why your early 20s are such a horrible time. You're doing all the adult things, but you have the brain of a child. And it hurts so bad.
Yes.
It's such a horrible time. Listeners, I know that's a lot of you.
But it gets better.
It does get better.
And if it's not horrible, then that's fantastic.
Yes, if you're having a great time, I honestly, help me. If you're having a great time at 20, 22, you know, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it can be a good time, but heartbreak is just another level.
Yeah. And I know everyone feels this way, but I feel like going through a breakup, I am a mess. I am just a fucking mess.
Yeah. I did my first breakup. I was like, oh, I didn't know this was gonna physically hurt.
Yeah.
100%.
I thought heartbreak was a metaphor.
Yeah.
And not
No,
literally
it
a
hurts.
chest pain.
You feel like just lethargic, and it's awful. So I was like, gonna show her. But the show her moment happened because I recuperated. I went home for break. I was like not really talking to her that much. I went back. I'm back to school in January. I'm single. I'm living alone in my dorm. I'm starting to talk to girls. And then we had the relapse.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had that with my college girlfriend.
But
a lot,
no
too.
sex. She just wanted to come over and cuddle and spoon.
No.
And
Inappropriate.
Get your cum.
I agree.
You gotta
Inappropriate.
get that O.
You gotta get the cum.
Wait, did you say get that cum?
Yeah, you gotta collect it in a vial. You gotta put it in the cum closet.
No, if you're relapsing, it's
cum.
gotta be, you gotta be coming.
Get that cum.
It's
GTC. Get that cum. Hashtag GTC.
Maybe you are getting enough protein powder. That's a very get that cum.
They say gym tan laundry. I say get that cum.
That cum. Actually, get that cum, Gavin. Oh, God.
That was the GTC, GTL. Okay, whatever. So, deep Jersey shortcut there for you.
Oh.
I'm the clituation.
Hey.
The situation.
Hey.
I'm on fire with the Jersey Shore puns.
Any pun takes me a second. Do you get any pun? I don't know if it's a dyslexic thing. There's a delay of like 20 seconds. So I'll be like that.
Well, hopefully you'll laugh in a minute. But so we're doing that. I bought her jewelry too because I'm such a little simp.
During the relapse?
Yeah.
No
in
cum?
love.
No cum. I have no cum in my cum closet. I've gotten no cum. I get her jewelry because I'm a simp.
You're in love.
Yes. So then, I don't know, she pisses me the fuck off for some reason. I'm like indignant. I'm like, I'm getting out there. I'm desirable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not at this point.
She used you for emotional comfort after it was over. So of course you're ripped. Shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Jewelry.
yeah, get out of here.
So there was this girl that my friends were telling me was interested in me. And I like texted a picture of her to my sister. I remember it. My sister, I go, do you think she's cute? And she goes, yeah, she's like very apple pie. I was like, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like all American?
Like baseball.
She was cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was cute.
Yeah.
She had a little button nose. She was cute. So I was like, I'm going to ask her out. I'm going to fucking ask her out. I'm going to see her on campus. And when I see her, I am going to ask her to lunch.
And she was gay.
I think she's bi.
Or something. There was some.
She lives in like Dubai now and is married to a man. But at the time.
Who's to say?
Dubai sexual. Who's ever rich enough to move me to Dubai?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
fucking him.
I'd do that. Absolutely.
I want to go skiing indoors.
Yeah, I'd make it work. I'd make that work. Yeah, I'd figure. Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I'm going to air horn that. Okay. So I go into the cafeteria and lo and behold, I see her. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do it.
Had you talked before at all?
Not really.
Wow.
I'd only just seen her around. And not to sound like an asshole, but I am sort of a character on campus, as you can probably imagine.
That doesn't sound like an asshole thing to say at all. It's not to sound like an asshole, but I was fucking hot shit on campus.
I was like,
I was a character.
Yeah, not to
I was a
asshole.
character.
I was goofy. Yeah.
I think I may have mentioned this on the podcast before, but there was an anonymous confessions board online, and there was a debate. There was like a funniest martyr or whatever. That's what we called martyrs. The funny that Bryn Mawr is the name of my college. So funniest martyr thread, and there was a whole thing dedicated to whether or not I was funny or just obnoxious.
Jesus Christ!
Spoiler alert! I'm both. Well, hold on, I got it. Where is it? Okay.
People are weighing in on this?
Yeah, they're debating it.
What kind of people are saying, like, isn't that kind of like mean?
Horrible people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's an anonymous confession board. It's the poison of the internet that's tearing this country apart. Okay. This issue, whether or not I'm funny or obnoxious, is the American issue that is tearing the country apart. So I'm a character. So she knows who I am. I know who she is. I think she's cute. Word is that she thinks I'm cute.
Yes.
I go in the cafeteria.
Oh, God.
I have no plan. I just know I'm going to ask her out. And I just walk up to her. I'm waiting for her. Yeah.
I'm so nervous. I don't know why. Is it just so fucking nerve-wracking?
I'm waiting for her because she's getting lunch with her friends.
Okay.
So I'm like in the wings of the Erdman cafeteria, just like waiting for this girl to finish lunch with her friends. At a certain point, I think I have class or something. I'm like, I can't take it anymore. So I walk over in front of her friends.
Wow.
I know. What is wrong with me?
Bold.
Obviously, my brain is not done developing.
I was about to say this is middle school style.
Yeah. I walk over in front of her friends and I go, hey, when you get a second, I would like to talk to you. That's basically what I say. Like, alone, please.
They're all like, obnoxious, funny. They just break into debate.
They just do a quick vote by hands.
Yeah.
And then one of her fucking friends goes, why can't you say it in front of us?
Oh, also middle school behavior.
I'm getting, I have, my heart is racing right now. Do I look red? I was just like, I was so like, you fucking bitch. But I wasn't going to be a little bitch about it.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, because it's fucking private, Kathleen. Like, you gotta win over her friends, too.
So I go,
Oh.
okay, I would like to go to lunch with you sometime. And I just said it. And she went, yeah, I would like to do that too.
Nice.
And I just went for it in the
Nice.
most
A win.
unplanned, non-charming, straight to the point. You know why? Because it's flattering to ask someone out, even if they don't like you.
It's flattering. Also, I feel like there's something really smart about doing the lunch approach because it's just like less pressure than dinner. You can like figure it out from there. It's a warm lead.
Yeah.
I mean, in front of the friends in the cafeteria is bold.
Well, it's just how it happened. I would have liked to have happened somewhere else. But listener, if you're psyching yourself up, just do it.
Just do it.
Just
Absolutely.
fucking do it.
The idea of something is always worse than the actual thing, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's those moments before that really just are the killer. And then you do it and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
It's in the universe hands.
And then we never ended up getting lunch because I started fucking someone else.
Really? Did she follow up? Was she like, how about that lunch?
I don't remember what happened.
Damn.
I think it just sort of fizzled.
I used to feel so much anxiety about feeling pressure to make the first kiss because I was in my relationship for 2.5 years and then I started dating after that. And I remember like, oh, I should be making the first kiss. And I had this awful line that worked up until the one time it didn't work. And then it was exposed how awful it was. It's so bad. Really bad. So it only works if you have tons of chemistry and the person already thinks you're cute. And then it's a little disarming that this is so stupid.
I'm so excited.
It would be like already like the chemistry point and it's like close where I have to be like going in for the kiss and I'd be like, do you want to try kissing? And then we would do the kiss.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
I
that.
like that.
Yeah.
When it didn't work, it was awful.
No,
It was
I wouldn't
really
like
bad.
to.
Because
I think that's so cute.
that's what it was supposed to be. And it's like you have to
That is a little bit cuter than can I give you a kiss?
But because it has to, and your body language has to be like aggressive, but what you're saying has to be a little like pulled back. So I remember I was drinking with this friend of mine in college, and then we tried it, and she was like, I said that to her, and she was like, "Does that ever actually work for you, Emma?" And then she said, "I would have, but because you just said that, no,
Really?
never."
I don't think it's that bad.
No, and also that's bullshit. That the line, she was like, "Oh, I was gonna kiss you," but the line.
I think it's because we were
I
friends.
mean, the line would have to be really brutal. You'd have to be like, "Hey, want our mouths to fuck?" Like you'd have to like,
Hey, I
have to
just
say
took
something insane for the line.
I
to
just
be
took a shit in a
deal-
bag
Yeah.
in the dressing room.
We've been
Do
hanging
you
out
want
for
a kiss?
We've been hanging out for 10 minutes, so it's time that I get that cum. God damn.
Hey, you want a GTC?
I think as I'm remembering it now, my mom lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we were at a bar. My mom's out of town, and she was in the back room, and we were watching TV, and then I was like in the hallway, so I wasn't like near her when I asked. I think I kind of like yelled it, like, "Hey, do you want to try kissing?" And then she said, "No." And does that ever actually work for you? And I was like, "No." And then I just went to bed. But that was it. Like never again did I try
Down
that
the
line.
hallway is hilarious.
That's where I think I fucked up. I think I needed a little more like
proximity.
Yeah.
I think that has to be done in close range.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, you want to try kissing?
I was nervous. I was like, do you want to try? Because it wasn't like, it was a much less warm lead than I was like used to with the line.
Yeah.
That
I
was my
once
line.
texted a friend of mine asking her if she wanted to make out that night. Didn't go well. No.
Bitch. Just kidding. If you say no, you're not a bitch at all. I support that too. Please. I support it.
That's so.
Yeah. We're still friends.
Like that. I hope so.
I know the line's got to be really bad if it's friendship ending. No, she was just like, ha ha ha. And then I doubled down. Have I told this before?
Yeah, I think you have.
I doubled down and I was like, no, I'm serious. And she was like, oh, no, thank you.
Also, it's just so bold hours in advance.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
No vibe. No vibe.
No.
Because if there's a vibe going, you
Well-
can pretty much say a lot of things, and then it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'd be like, do you like oysters? And then just go. But it's like if the vibe is, if your body language is already there, it's like, wait, what? And then you're just kissing.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
the vibe's not there, the line has to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always
the-
do a vibe check.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my gay sex from this week.
Nice.
Listener, don't forget to support the Patreon, patreon.com/WHGS. That's how we pay Alex. He is a full-time employee of the podcast. We could not pay him on ads alone. That's how we pay Kate. And of course, me also. This is full-time work. So please consider going and donating. And in return for those donations, you get bonus episodes. You get comped tickets when I'm in your city. You get extended, unfiltered, uncut episodes, weekly access to my Zoom stream of my show in New York, and lots of other stuff. Patreon.com/WHGS. Listener, do not miss me when I'm in your city. I know you miss my TikToks and my Instagram posts, and sometimes you skip podcast episodes. I'm only in town once a year, so let me text you once a year when I'm in town. Or I can email you, ashleygavin.com. There's going to be 25 cities on this tour. Don't miss your city. Listener, I've said it. I'm busy. I have a lot going on. I do not have time to think about cooking or to cook, and I'm very, very bad at it. And that's why I love meal kits like Green Chef. Very exciting to say that Green Chef now offers more variety and flexibility than ever before with double the choices. Now you can choose from all 24 recipes weekly with the option to mix and match meals from different preferences. Like if you want to do vegan one day, you can do keto the next day. I'm a vegetarian. Green Chef makes it so easy for me to eat a bunch of delicious meals that meet my dietary needs. And if you're gay, you probably have a dietary need or restriction. That's just the way we are. These exciting and delicious meals help support a healthy lifestyle. Green Chef keeps mealtime interesting without sacrificing taste. One of the best things about it is that it is sustainable. I love that. You know I'm into preserving the environment. That's why I'm a vegetarian. And Green Chef is one of the most sustainable meal kits out there, and it's the only meal kit that is both carbon and plastic offset. They offset 100% of their carbon footprint as well as 100% of the plastic in every box, so you can feel good about ordering this stuff. And with Green Chef, you're reducing your food waste by at least 25% versus grocery shopping. And I gotta go back to that lifestyle thing. It's hard with other meal kit programs to get good veggie options. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you and not the other way around. It's got a keto meal kit, and Green Chef's vegan and vegetarian recipes are full of plant-based proteins and wholesome sides. Green Chef is great for me because I just don't like to think about these things. I'm on the move, baby. We're topping. We're having gay sex. And I got to be quick in and out and know that I'm eating healthy too, because that's another thing that kind of goes out the window when you're busy. You know what I mean? You want something that's good for you and tastes good. So listener, go to greenchef.com/Ashley135 and use code Ashley135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes, plus free shipping on your first box. One more time, greenchef.com/Ashley135 and use code Ashley135 for $135 off. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. Go check it out, listeners. Now listen up, you little bottom. As CTO, Chief Top Officer, I never thought that I needed to improve my sex life. You know, I'm not a big toys person, but then I tried Foria. And if you think that your sex life can't get better, I really highly recommend it. They make sex oils and arousal oils, and it will make your orgasm feel more powerful, more full. That's how it made mine feel. What's Foria? Well, Foria is using all natural plant-based ingredients to intensify sexual pleasure and relieve discomfort. If that's a problem for you, Foria is a great option. Foria has a serious cult following with tens of thousands of people who have had their sex lives transformed through using their products. This is a real testimonial. My wife and I use the sex oil and awaken arousal oil, and when she gets on top, we both come so hard, we see sound and hear colors. It's really great stuff. I've tried it. I really encourage you to try it. I'm not a big, that's not my usual type of kink, but I really do love this stuff. Also, it smells incredible. It kind of makes you feel like you're fucking a chai tea latte. So yes, you have my permission to try this. I fully endorse you to go ahead and treat yourself to more, deeper, fuller pleasure wherever you can find it as often as possible. And you can start with a bottle of Foria. Foria is offering a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first order by visiting ForiaWellness.com/Ashley or use code Ashley at checkout. That's FORIA wellness.com/Ashley for 20% off your first order. I recommend trying their Awaken Arousal Oil and Sex Oil. You will thank me later, listener. Listener, I'm a small business owner, so I know what it feels like to be pinched for cash. You need to put something up front to make your life a little easier, but you don't always have it. It's stressful. And times are hard right now. Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's America and we're on the decline. We're all real stressed out. Now, Dave can help you out in a pinch when you really need it. Dave is the banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. That's more money to fill your tank, buy a wedding gift, or catch up on bills. I'm going to a wedding. Dave is perfect for me right now because I'm trying to invest in my business, but also get my friends some plates. You can finally tackle those expenses that have been stressing you out without any hangups. And there's no interest and no credit check needed. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking provided by Evolve. Member FDIC. Future you will thank you. Compensated spokesperson advances up to $500 are available to new members with extra cash accounts. Subject to availability and approval. Terms and express fees apply. See http://dave.com/legal for details. Designed by Dave, not a bank. Evolve Bank and trust member FDIC holds all deposits and issues the Dave debit card pursuant to a license from MasterCard. Emma, did you have gay sex this week?
I had gay sex.
Nope.
Yeah. Said like someone who's about to like, I had gay sex this week.
I had so much gay sex this week. You have no idea how much gay sex I had this week.
So much gay sex, it knocked my brain a little loose.
I did have gay sex this week. I don't feel great about my performance in it. Yeah, it wasn't a high point for me. I've been really stressed out and anxious, and then like also like meditating, and it's just, I mean, I'm not gonna blame the meditating, but it's like I've been stressed.
Meditating keeps you from shitting, but it also has a side effect of ruining sex.
It's because I'm like stressed out, and then I like try to meditate, so I'm like, and then I'm like, calm down, and those two things are very like in your head, and then my girlfriend's been working all the time. She started a new job, and then I think it was like 2 nights ago we were kissing, and I was like grumpy. We were kissing, and then
You were grumpy and kissing?
I'm a monster. I feel bad about it. I feel bad about it. You're not a monster. And then she's really good at we'll like pull from like different like stories, and she's amazing at creating like worlds, and we're very in sync with the same sexual stuff. So I think we went to one of our like go to like hypothetical sexual situations. Yeah. Then probably I got on. I think she was really tired. I remember that too. She was really, really tired, and she was like, "You can use me." And then we always play about that.
You are like just so advanced compared to me. I'm not building worlds. I'm not pitching a
really
TV
fun.
show.
It really helps
when
me
I'm having sex.
You're also comfortable with your gender. That also helps me be like, oh, like I'm doing this, and then my daddy brings me. You know what I mean? So like that helps like do that.
Yeah, in the world, I have like completely different body.
Yeah.
And I'm so brave.
You're so brave. And
yeah, imagine I'm so brave. I'm so good at math. Just putting all these other things in there. My career's going great. Yeah. The girl's like, this is parts doing
in my sexual fantasy, I'm doing JFL this year.
Okay, finger me, but also tell me that my tight 5 is definitely ready for Colbert.
How tight is my 5? How tight is my 5?
What would your fiance do if you tried to fucking incorporate show business into the bedroom? That's where my girlfriend, I think, would draw the line.
I think she would absolutely not join me in that world building.
I think that's where she would be like, I mean, I'm sure we could do something, play some scenario around it, but if I got into talking about my actual stand-up set, that'd be a no.
Sex is like the one area where I feel safe from entertainment.
That's great.
Entertainment, it ruins my life in every other facet. I can't, you know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. I do feel that when I really feel like we're creating our own like safe little world when my girlfriend and I are having sex. And also
that's really nice.
There's so much like endorphins and adrenaline pumping. I remember talking to this therapist once, and she said like sex also when you first meet someone is the same amount of like, what is it, serotonin or something as like I think OxyContin. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but with that high from meeting a new person and those first sexual experiences, like it's so much serotonin and dopamine in your brain. And then the longer you're with someone like that, it creates like dopamine in a different way too.
Yeah, but I love that. I love boring love. I love like just totally uneventful,
comfortable.
Yeah, like.
Even if
boring,
we're doing like our like standard like positions that we get into, we still keep it. Really helps. It's part of. I mean, this is my longest relationship for sure, and I would give her full credit.
And she sounds great. And Emma,
she's great.
I probably shouldn't have used this podcast as like first time to say this, but like having met at least one other person that you've dated, I like the way this person sounds compared to everyone else you've dated.
And also, to be fair to other people I've dated, I'm in a much better place to like be I know what I like am into more in other ways, and I've got better boundaries. So it's like I feel like other people I've been with, I definitely take responsibility for my.
For sure, I do as well in all my unhealthy ones, even though I blame them.
Absolutely,
I take full responsibility.
You said it first. Fuck them, 100%
for all the horrible things that you made me do.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So you were grumpy kissing, and she was tired.
Grumpy kissing.
I'm so curious
she was tired, so she said. She was like, you can use me. Like there was like some version of that. Cause we always like talk about that as like a fantasy, but then we never, and I've been with like like, I've had other partners say that before where they're like, you can just come in and like use my little hole or use me or whatever. And
wow, damn.
And I always talk about doing that, but then I've never actually, the only person I've ever done that with actually was my girlfriend. Cause like, it's like fun, but then I'm also like, I couldn't, I'm always like, are you okay? What's going on? Like
I can't get into derogatory language.
I can.
I just like can't get there.
For sure. I don't really do it with my girlfriend. Now I've become like bad at it. With my girlfriend, I don't. Now I'm like pretty sad. I'm just like, I love you, thank you, my baby. I'm pretty.
Yeah.
My baby, I love my baby. I say that a lot.
I do a lot more like loving.
Yeah, my sweet angel. I couldn't really imagine her. And she told me, she was like, we can still like play around with other stuff. Like, I don't want a Madonna complex. Something.
Pedestal type of deal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's some word for it where she's like, I don't want you to give me a fucking anxiety disorder. And she said, I don't want you to give me a Madonna, something where it's like you don't look at the person like a fucking, I say this as a compliment.
You look at them as like a god or a demigod.
Yeah. Because horror I say is like a total. Yes.
How many more of these can I?
You look at them as something that's like where when people get into that territory of like, oh, I have my wife for this, but like I had dirty fucking rough sex with someone else.
Yes,
like, she was like, don't start separating those two things.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, my angel, my baby, my queen, my love.
Physically, I can get a lot more into like butt slapping and booby slapping, and I'm a little embarrassed, but
booby slap.
You know what I mean? Like
totally.
Some more. To me, it's not like degrading. It's more like the fact that you'll allow me to do
100%.
This and you feel safe. It's like an intimacy thing.
Totally. Heat of the passion.
Yeah.
And that's what I think even like when you are into like derogatory stuff too, I think that's like a safety thing too.
For sure.
For sure. And the submissive always ultimately has the control in it. Cause like big time, you're like, is this okay? Is that okay? Is this like, what do you want here? And what is this? You know what I mean? Like they've got all the cards, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause like they're the one, like, otherwise like that's like a big problem. Like then you're like, you know, then it's not good.
Yeah.
How did you like make it a safe space? Did you just like ask her like what she was into? Like what was that initial conversation getting there? Because I feel like a lot of people have those things in their head. I've definitely I had a relationship where we were super sexually open and talked with each other. And I was like, do people like call you like a bitch or a slut? Do like people do that? She's like, yeah, guys do. She was bisexual. A lot of guys do, but I've never had a girl do that. And I was like, well, I don't think I'm the person to do that.
Oh, damn. I was about to be like, let's start today.
But we talked about it.
Sure.
We talked about it. And I just couldn't do it.
Totally fair.
I didn't want to do it either at the end of the day.
You have to be as comfortable as the other person is too. Because I've done stuff where I'm not that like, I was with someone that wanted me to hit them in the face so hard, and I didn't feel. I did it, and then I was like, I didn't feel comfortable with it. Yeah. Or like someone wanted me to spit on their face, which is fine, but like I felt like I wasn't. I don't know. I didn't feel quite right. I feel like I didn't know how to angle the spit or how much spit. Like there's too many techniques. I'm too neurotic.
It was a physical barrier and not a mental barrier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like neurotic first, kinky person second.
I'm not a great spitter as well.
Do I hawk one loogie or do I just kind of spray?
Like when I did the 23andMe, when you spit in the bottle, it took me so long. I was like, it's like, don't put too many bubbles in there. I was like, I don't know how to not have bubbles.
How many bubbles is too many bubbles? It's not like a daily, it's something we're taught in elementary school. Like, I've got a line. I had a line for how I would try to bring up open-minded sexual stuff. So I had two things I used to do. One of them's a little sleazy, but tell me if you guys think it is. So one of them, back in the day when I was in school in New York for a first date, I would be like, this is more sleazy.
First date?
Well, this is more corny than sleazy. This is a little corny. I'd be like, it's also a lie. I'd be like, I just got tickets to the sex museum. I've never been there before. Are you interested in it? Even though I'd been there a bunch of times. And they'd be like, yeah. And then I would see how they felt. I'd be like, oh, look at this different exhibits. And they're like,
you planned a date around their, oh my God, that.
Because then if they're like,
information mining.
Yeah, seriously. The anal section, I'd be like, yeah, crazy. Bye, bitch. But if they're like, wow, that's when anal was invented. I've never done that, but I'm interested. I'd be like, oh yeah. But or if they're like, oh, like anal something I need, I'd be like, great.
Let's go.
Good. I think we're gonna get along great then.
Yeah.
That's important to me. Or I had this other line I would say, we'd be chatting.
I'm sorry, I just imagine you walk storming out of the Museum of Sex as soon as a girl is like, I'm not into that. You're like, see ya. You walk out, leave her there.
I got lost in the boobies section. Where are you?
Security's like, they didn't go well.
Third time this week, Emma. What's going on?
You again.
Do you have like a lifetime membership at the Museum of Sex?
I don't know what I was doing. I think I was like getting the tickets on Groupon. I don't know what I was doing.
I keep striking out in the nipple clamp section.
Yeah. No one's ever made it all the way through. They're like, yeah, there's some intense shit in here.
If she does, you're literally on your knee.
Totally. Or like, then I
Make
couldn't
it to
handle
the
her.
exit. You pull out the ring.
I thought you meant crawling on your knees because you were already like the puppy dog. Like,
Oh no. I meant like marriage.
marriage. Yeah.
I used to have a line where I'd say, I gotta stop watching porn. And because I would cue that I watch a lot of porn, which to me would symbolize, I'm into poking around on stuff.
Yeah.
That was not a euphemism. I'm into looking around. So I'd say, I got to stop watching porn. They'd be like, why? How much porn do you watch? What type of porn? And the more open they were to that conversation, I could feel it out. And then if they ever said, oh, God, me too, then we're off to the racetracks. Is what kind of porn do you like? This, that. Then you're great. But like, I'd been with a bunch of people. Like if someone said like, ew, porn, I'd want to hear them out because it's like, okay, you don't like it politically or something. But also it's kind of like, I totally get that. I respect that. But also we should maybe swipe in other directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
I'm terrified of watching porn. I don't like it. I have recently tried it and I'm torn on it. But then in my little worlds, I'm a freak.
Sure.
So there is a little tiny bit of a Venn diagram of the no porn watching and also a freak.
I completely understand that.
Don't you think that if Emma was like, oh, I'm watching too much porn, you would say,
I would be like, oh, what do you watch?
Right, it's curious.
True.
It's a conversation starter. But with my girlfriend, she asked me that question. But I've always asked people that, and then she asked me. She said, "What are your vices?" And I misunderstood it. I remember being like, "I'm disorganized. I don't have like." I just said a bunch of. I was like, I have a chip on my shoulder from being in special ed. Like I took it too literally. And then I reread it and I was like, oh, vices. Like, and she was like, yeah, that was really cute. But I meant like, what are your bad habits? And then I was like, oh. And then she said, I'll go first, but thanks for sharing. I'm like, I don't really follow through with my therapist.
Wait, this is so sweet.
Yeah,
I love
it was
this.
like very innocent. I just like didn't get vices. And then she said, I'll go first. I watch like too much porn. And I was like, oh. And then I was
that
like,
was so sweet of her to clarify.
So sweet.
In such a nice way.
So
and not
sweet.
be like, what are you, a fucking idiot?
Easily, totally. Because she could have just left me hanging. And then she said she's like, I watch a lot of porn. And then she said a bunch of porn categories I'd never heard of.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I like watching cuckold porn where there's because it's all about verbal for me. I don't care what they look like. I just want desire and something I can believe for attraction.
Yeah.
And she sent all types of porns I'd never heard of. And I was like, wow. All right. And that's how we started talking.
That's fun.
I don't want to call her out, but I'm curious to know a porn that you'd never heard of.
Okay, there was one, I forget the name of it. It was total safe space. It was a porn about, and I've looked at a lot of porn, so this for me to not have heard of it was like the girl is dressed up like a cow and they're getting like milked from the breasts and like getting fucked while they're being a cow. I think I'm saying it wrong, but it was like something where the girl was like getting milked for sure.
Lactation stuff.
No,
Or is it animal lactation?
it was some kind of thing about, they were definitely as an animal though. So it wasn't like from it was like.
Is this a category?
Right.
Cow
It was.
lactation?
She had there was some name for it. And she was like, oh, this is some new thing I'm watching. And I was like, whoa, all right. And then there was one that was like, I forget what it was called. It was like freeze porn, where the scenario of the porn would be like, free use porn. Where it'd be like, say we're all talking. I hope this isn't sexual harassment. And then like it freezes and then we all go over and start putting stuff in your butt. But you're frozen, so you can't do anything.
I'm glad you picked Alex instead of me.
Yeah, of course. But you know
Alex,
what I'm saying?
by the way, this has been a very long con.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freeze.
We all start putting stuff.
We're
in
doing
your
whatever
butt.
we want to because you're
So wait,
paralyzed.
you don't-
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So like you're just doing everyday life stuff and then
Froze. But like one person freezes and then like you fuck them. And it's called free use. So it's like you've got free. No, there's other types of free use porn too, where it's like free use of just their holes or whatever. Like it could be like someone could be like, I love ones where there's just like someone's like bent over and there's like a little like hole cut out and then they're getting fucked.
why do I think this is rooted in freeze tag?
I don't know what type of freeze
Remember
tag
when you
were.
played freeze tag as a kid?
Didn't play like that.
We played.
No.
You know what we played? This is actually kind of kinky.
Oh, because of the freezing. I am an idiot. I was just thought your mind just went there because like something awful happened, and I was like, oh no.
You know freeze tag
Oh,
when all the kids fuck you. This was a kinky version of freeze tag. We'd play toilet tag, where when you get tagged, you freeze, but then you kind of squat and you put your hand out like it's the flusher of the toilet. And the way you get unfrozen is someone else comes over on you, sits down as if they're going to the bathroom, and then flushes and runs away.
If a girl sat down in my lap in that way,
Totally. Fucking awesome.
I don't know who invented it.
I would have lap sitting. I should do an episode on lap sitting.
Oh, it's so fucking erotic. It is so fucking erotic. Incredible.
One of the best parts about being like a lesbian, like as a kid, you're hanging out with the other girls and they're sitting in your lap. Oh my God.
100%. It's incredibly erotic.
Well, that was great.
Thank you guys so much.
We're going to go to Kate. Kate, did you have gay sex this week?
Oh my gosh. My gay sex from last night was watching Gentleman Jack. You guys watch Gentleman Jack?
Everyone's talking about Gentleman Jack.
Okay, here's the thing. I love season 1 of Gentleman Jack. It's a period piece about a real person who basically is having a marriage with another woman in a time in what? 1800s? 1700s? What is this? 1800s.
Is Gentleman Jack a trans man? What are Gentleman Jack's pronouns?
So Gentleman Jack is a woman that kind of dresses like as manly as she can for the time. Like she has like a pocket watch and a collar like a man would, but it's still kind of a dress. People don't call her Jack. People call her
gentleman.
Or they call her Miss Lista.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Because that's her last name, Miss Lista.
Does she call herself Jack? Like when you're in her house?
I don't know why.
When she's in bed, is she like, please call me Jack?
No, I don't know where
Have
the
they
title
ever
comes
mentioned
from.
Jack in the show?
No, but her name is Ann Lister, and I'm pretty sure her name is Ann Lister, and I'm pretty sure the woman she's in love with is Ann Walker. So they're both named Ann.
Ann Lister is a real person, no?
Yes, it's based on a real person's gay diaries.
Do I look like Ann Lister?
Oh
no.
I've never seen it. People love it though. I've never seen the show.
If they put you in the costume,
I think I've gotten some.
you might be able to pull it off.
Fucking messages about this shit.
Okay, so we saw season 1, we enjoyed it, and then I didn't even know season 2 was out because it wasn't advertised to me. I was complaining about the algorithms on my Instagram a couple weeks ago. Now I'm complaining about my HBO algorithm. How are you not feeding me season 2 of something?
This is really upsetting.
Okay, don't look at that. That's not what people mean when they're talking to you.
What do they mean?
What is that even a picture of?
Ann Lister.
It's like an old portrait.
This is the most terrifying shit.
People mean the actress, I am assuming.
Probably.
Definitely. I think.
I never get hot lookalikes.
No, me neither. They're like, do you know what? That you look like, and then they show me some freaking gargoyle.
Elliot Page pre-transition I've gotten, and that's the only one that I've been happy with.
Anytime someone says I look like someone, it's never a good situation.
Okay, it's not horrible. No offense. Oh no, now I'm shitting on this one.
I can kind of see it. It's similar skin tone, maybe.
Just cheekbones.
Yeah.
Brown hair.
Yeah. Sad eyes. I have sad eyes.
Her eyes aren't that sad.
She's a lot more pep and vitality in her irises. You don't see death when you stare into her pupils. You, Ashley, you have the saddest eyes.
Her eyes have hope in them. That was how I meant it all.
Sorry, continue.
No, just I was so mad that it wasn't advertised to us. So
Absolutely.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This is what I'm here for.
Right.
But so then it was first episode of season 2 and there was a sex scene in it. Love that.
Good.
Love that. As much as I'm like afraid of like real porn because you see the parts. God, I'm a child. But sex on TV scenes or movies, I'm like, this is my favorite thing in the world. This is my favorite thing in the world.
You want softcore porn.
I guess.
I feel uncomfortable with sex on TV and movies. I don't
really?
know why.
Because they're real people.
I don't know, but so are porn.
I mean, they're people who are playing
characters.
Someone else.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess because for me, porn, what I want like desire.
Yeah, because they're actually doing it.
Right.
Versus like pretending with someone that you're not.
Yeah, I feel weird. I don't know why.
I would feel weird to be in a sex scene.
Yeah, I've kissed on camera. It's a little funny.
Yeah, I have too.
It's kissing so unsexual though, because it's like there's camera people. Like when we did Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, there'd be a lot of kissing scenes, and it would be like how we would do it. We would just put our mouths together, and then they would shoot it like we were moving our body language in exaggerated motions. This is also a pretty PG show.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
like network, right?
Mm-hmm, so you're like that. But I did a crime show where me and the person actually kissed because we were having such a hard time getting the take, and then we actually kissed, and that felt kind of weird too. And then the sex scene got cut. They cut it, and I think it was because it was a queer sex scene.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I made out with a girl on camera, and it was supposed to be exaggerated and ridiculous, so we were like licking each other's faces. It was funny, honestly.
Did you guys actually kiss too?
Yeah. We like really. And
I love scenes like that, like in like the I forgot the family in SNL, but where it's like the family that kisses each other on the lips, but they like put the tongue into it. I love that because that's just so heightened and so funny. Like the gag is that it's uncomfortable for everyone and like hilarious. Yeah, that can be funny.
Yeah.
Would you do a sex? You wouldn't do a sex scene? What if you got to direct a sex scene?
I would do a sex scene, but I think I would feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did a kiss and it was fine.
I'd feel so scared of doing a sex scene unless I like knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Sex scene is scary because I don't know how I feel about nudity. I'd want to get into shape for that scene.
Yeah, same. 100%.
My little stupid butt. You guys, I have the
wouldn't show your
dumbest little butt. My butt is so dumb. I had a girl come over last night and she said to me, "You have the shortest little butt crack."
What does that even mean?
Does it start low?
Probably.
You don't even know.
I have the flattest ass.
See, I think I like that. I always want to have a flat butt because then it feels more masculine. So I like how pants fit with it then.
I don't know that this is masculine as much as it is like anemic and sickly.
That's why you need the protein then.
I need the protein.
Yeah, get the protein.
I don't want like
hunk
a
up that
thick
ass.
booty, but I just need something.
You want
something.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
No, I don't have much to say.
You're just letting the people know
that Gentleman Jack is out.
That Gentleman Jack is out, and you want a system that would recommend Gentleman Jack to you.
I want a system that would recommend Gentleman Jack to me, and I like that there's sex scenes in TV shows. Right now, it's so cool to be like, there's too much sex scenes in TV shows. It doesn't drive the plot. And
it sells,
it's entertainment.
baby.
It's entertainment.
It's
sells. Part of it. The whole thing's a fucking love story.
What do you think this is?
Sex!
But love, if you're telling a love story and you're pretending that sex isn't a part of that, what?
Totally.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It seems weird to me. Like you said, how could you watch something and you get to see the knockdown, drag out fight, like, of them? That's like just as intimate as sex. There's just something like puritanical about America.
You're so right. In some ways, it's more intimate.
Sure. Seeing what someone authentically argues like, I would feel very... Someone saw me and my girlfriend give each other a high five, and it was someone I knew, and I felt so fucking embarrassed.
Why?
It was so intimate. Like we were walking down a hallway in a hotel, and then we both really liked. There's this comedian that's her favorite comedian, and had just been talking to her, and we were both. I was like, that went great, and then we both like high fived about it. And then I turned and I saw someone we both knew, and I was like, oh God. And he's like, it's okay, I love that stuff. And I was like,
I love that stuff.
You're so like, don't worry, she calls me daddy in bed. Yeah, disregard all of this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of intimate things that get depicted on screen, so why wouldn't sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point.
You know what? Also,
Totally.
the L word doesn't have as much sex as the original old school
I haven't been watching it at all.
I watched it after the fact. I wasn't like hip and up on it.
Yeah.
I watched it after the fact. There's not as much sex as there used to be, but also I think this is something they've always done. They always cut a sex scene with like something so like sad or depressing.
Really?
Like it's like, in the A line, these chicks are having a threesome, but it's a montage, so we got to cut back to the girl whose mom is dying of cancer. Like it's like just give me an unadulterated threesome, and then we can go and resolve the cancer plot. Like
totally, two separate things.
Just don't do this to my brain.
We have enough of that in our real life.
Yeah.
I'm already having to switch between sex and my failing career.
Preach. You heard it here first. I get it. Totally.
Well, let's do butt plug, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
This was a wonderful episode.
Butt plug?
Yeah, what are you working on?
Okay, all my tour dates, I've been going on the road a bunch, are at IamEmmaWillmann.com, Instagram, TikTok. I'm posting all the time. I don't know when this episode comes out.
Neither do I.
But I have a bunch of dates coming up, so IamEmmaWillmann.com. I'm out and about. Say hi. I'm friendly.
Yeah. Utilize this stuff. We're not big corporations, guys. We're not going to spam you.
Yeah.
Anything you want to butt plug?
At the Kate Sisk, I'm almost to 15K, baby.
Yeah, Kate to 15K.
Thank you for following.
Hell
it really
yeah.
means a lot. Mail list at katesisk.com, mailing and text. And keep your eyes out for the next Luke Spectacular.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Sunday school every Sunday here in New York. That's my show. Kate's on it all the time. Oh, yeah. Let me book you guys, actually. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, consider $1 to the Patreon. I know it doesn't sound like it helps a lot, but if even like 5% of you did that, it would be game changer. Just $1. Please. Patreon.com/WHGS. And if you want more perks, go up to $3. You get my live streams and you get bonus uncut episodes. And the more you go up, the more stuff you get. And as for my gay thought, look, I call you Bottom Nation. But I know we've got tops and switches in Bottom Nation. I know that when I call you a little bottom, I'm not saying that sexually. I'm saying that for the next hour, you're getting comedy topped. You can relax. You can just listen. You can immerse yourself in the moment and have a good time. And forget. I think we all need to forget right now. Let me top you into just 1 hour of some happiness. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Listener, we have all been in a pinch for cash at some point in your life. That's happened to you. For me, it was a lot in college, out in my first job. And now when I'm running a small business, I need cash all the time for, investing in my future. I know you guys might feel that way too. So you got to go check out Dave. Dave is the banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. That's more money to fill your tank, buy a wedding gift, or catch up on bills. There's no interest and no credit check needed. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and you need some extra help, download Dave and think of it as a helping hand from future you. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now. That's DAVE. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking provided by Evolve, member FDIC. Future you will thank you. Compensated spokesperson advances up to $500 are available to new members with extra cash accounts, subject to availability and approval. Terms and express fees apply. See http://dave.com/legal for details. Designed by Dave, not a bank. Evolve Bank and Trust member FDIC holds all deposits and issues the Dave debit card pursuant to a license from MasterCard.